Hi, I'm Marie Catallo, and we're here with your GV Club Sports Now.
And I'm Megan Dooley, and today we have the women's ice hockey team here with us today. Guys?
Hi, I'm number 11, Allison Lau. I play center, and I'm from Wixom, Michigan.
I am number 6, Karen Schmaltz. I play left wing, and I'm from Chicago.
I'm Kristen Iannuzzi, number 12. I'm a forward, and I'm from Bloomingdale, New Jersey.
So what kind of draw did Grand Valley's hockey program have for you guys, personally?
Well, because you can't get club sports scholarships, I tried to look for schools with good academics that would offer me scholarships for other things like my involvement in grades and things like that. And Grand Valley had that. And I'm also in the Honors College, so it's gorgeous and it's just
Yeah,
a
you're
really
doing all
awesome
kinds of
thing.
things.
Yeah, so it ended up just being like a part of a package instead of just coming here solely for hockey. But that's what initially I wanted to be here for.
Sure, that's great. And now you're loving it?
Yeah.
That's great, that's great. What about you?
I think hockey the same way kind of put Grand Valley on the map for me. And then once I visited and I loved the campus, and I'm also in the Honors College, and that program just really kind of drew me in and had a lot of great options, and all the programs here are so great. So I think it's just the same thing, a combination of everything.
Wow, yeah.
And, well, mine was more of the distance. I'm a very home, wanting to be home kind of person.
Yes, definitely understand.
So 2.5 hours isn't that bad
Right.
for me to be away. And I'm not in the Honors College or anything, but the hockey was also a big part of it too.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so before we came on, we were talking about how MSU and GVSU went up against each other. And we were also wondering how your D1 and D2 difference kind of gives you a different perspective on your hockey and how you guys play and everything. So tell us a little bit more about that.
The biggest difference between being from a D2 school versus a D1 school is just having to work a little bit harder for our reputation. Having a D1 name, saying you play for Michigan State, automatically I think gives you a little bit of an edge when it comes to rankings for nationals and things like that. But skill-wise, we were ranked 6th for our last ranking in nationals, and Michigan State was ranked 9th. So skill-wise, we're even, if not, sometimes we have an edge over those other schools. So really it's just once we earn the respect, even though we have a name that not as many people have heard of, that's the only real difference, I would say.
Sure. Yeah, that's great that you guys can kind of head into a game thinking that you're just going up against another team, not a division team where the school is ginormous.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, so Allison, you're a freshman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's your experience been like, your first year experience with all the big college people?
Well, at first I was a little intimidated by them.
Sure.
But it's really coming in as a freshman, they treat you just like you're normal,
Right.
not, they don't treat you as a freshman.
Right.
Besides filling up the water bottles and picking up the pucks. Other than that, we get the same amount of playing time as any other older person.
So you guys have good team camaraderie, and you guys are all really close?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would definitely say that.
Yeah, we really have, I feel like this team is just really close. We all know each other. We like to go out to dinner with each other, even on days we don't have hockey. And I think it's just that kind of friendship also helps us out on the ice, because then you just know the other people better, and you just kind of can, you just click with them, and it's team chemistry is always talked about in hockey, and I think that we just have that chemistry, and we just kind of click with each other because we're such good friends.
Right, that always helps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. Yeah, I know, and we were going to ask you kind of, on top of your kind of bondingness of the team, what also helps you with preparation and your teamwork, definitely?
Well, we have this kind of tradition in the locker room before practices and games. We play a lot of music and we have dance parties, and that kind of allows us to kind of let loose, and
Right.
we like to wop, we like to wobble and Dougie and things like that. And it's just a lot of fun to be goofy with each other because, again, while you have that, bonding with each other, it helps you out on the ice. And we kind of focus on teamwork and just doing as much as we can for the girl next to each other. We always say play for the girl next to you. Don't play for yourself, play for your team, and play to work together to all come together and have that one goal.
That's great. Comparison for last year and to this year, is there a difference with maybe you lost different teammates or new girls on the team? What brings in different aspects of last year and then to this year as well? So,
I would say we've got we're performing very similarly to last year. The difference being that this year we don't have some of the star players we had last year.
Sure.
But I think we've made up for it by like really coming together as a team and making up for the fact that maybe we don't have a couple of those huge goal scorers by just playing as one unit and just really working together. And so we're having a very similar season. And I think it's gonna take us places come playoffs in a couple weeks at nationals.
Great.
And who do you guys think is your biggest competitor? Is there like this big rivalry you have with anybody? You're like, oh, gotta get them.
I don't know. I would say lately it just seems like everyone's a rival because we've had such a big second half of the season playing pretty much all teams who are ranked.
Yeah.
Michigan State has always been like the one team that we always kind of come in with this just, we've got to beat them, they're a rival. And so we lost our games to them 2 weekends ago, but it was some of the best hockey we've ever played. We outshot them crazy amounts.
It was like 40 to 18, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Wow.
Their parents came up to us after the game and said, we have no idea how we just beat you 2 times. You guys are a phenomenal team. And so I think even though we lost to them and that being our rivals, we were still, it was like a really high and a really low point at the same time because we did an awesome job. So
Right, and as long as you're proud of how you play,
Yeah.
you know, you can look back and be like, that was a great game regardless of the outcome. So that's great.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think the energy probably heading onto the ice was huge trying to go up
Oh,
against
yeah.
Michigan State.
Big time.
So that's great.
But you mentioned that everyone, you kind of refer to everyone as a rival. So is your coach really stressed, never underestimate a competitor? Or?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
All the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It's always a good mentality to have.
Yeah. And no matter the game, we always come out and we say we're going to play Laker hockey. So it doesn't matter if we're playing the team that's ranked first in the nation or the team that's not even ranked.
Right.
Like, we need to go out there and do our job. And if we're not doing our job, then, that's when things start to break down. So it's more of just a focus of working together for each other and kind of doing what we know we are capable of.
Yeah, definitely always play your game.
Yeah, that's great. At the beginning of our segment, we talked about kind of introducing yourself and everything, and you talked about your position. Tell us at least kind of what goes into that and why you chose that position that you take out on the ice.
Yeah. Well, I play center, and I chose it because I like to go towards the puck. Like, I don't like standing still.
You're a go-getter.
So I always want to go get the puck, and center, you're moving constantly all the time, and you also have to play more defensively too because you're coming to help the back to come and help the D. So kind of an all around player, I guess.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm a left wing, and there's 2 wings. Obviously, there's right and a left side. I'm just left-handed, so it just happens that
It works
left
well.
wing. Yeah, it works out nicely. And yeah, I just have I just love to get that puck and get it deep into the offensive zone and just make sure that we're getting lots of shots on net. And that's really as forwards, you're all just trying to score, but at the same time, it's more of making those passes and working on those great plays and stuff. So yeah, I think it's just that drive to want to get the puck to the net that kind of drew me to being a wing.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm also a left wing. I'm right-handed, but I prefer the left side just because just because I like to change things up. But I think what drew me to playing winger was that I really just like to get those little chances where the puck just chips out of our zone and stuff, and you just go in, and then you get a really good scoring chance. I've gotten a little bit of a chance to play some defense this year, which was cool for me because I was playing defense my whole life growing up until I started playing girls. So that was kind of cool too. And we lost some really, really good defensemen last year. And I feel like just getting those little chances to try and fill those shoes has been really cool, but also kind of crazy. So
Definitely, I'm sure. I can only imagine sometimes when you kind of switch up a position,
yeah.
it's different from what you're doing, but
Yeah.
it's kind of a different atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a nice learning experience too to just to see what the defensemen are going through versus us all being forwards.
Yeah.
It's definitely even sometimes we switch that up in practice, and a couple of us will go back on D and we're like, how do you do that?
During scrimmages or something,
Yeah.
we'll switch it up. The D will play forward, and it's how do you do
Yeah.
that? What?
Yeah. You gotta have respect for every position.
Yeah. Right.
Now, have any of you played goalie ever?
Oh, I played roller hockey goalie.
Okay.
Way back in the day, and it was just a traumatic experience.
I just imagine that it's
Yeah.
just it's a great position to be in, but it's so
Yeah.
tough because, oh my gosh, I mean, those guys are coming at you, you gotta be like, oh my
I
gosh.
don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
I
No.
played
Give them
goal.
so much credit.
Yeah, I played goalie like 1 year, like when I was in like mini mites when I was like 9, and I only saved 2 shots. I was scared of the puck, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got some fantastic goaltending this year. Karen Sloboda, our senior, has been awesome in that. And our freshman, Taylor Watson, she's a Canadian, and she has filled some pretty big shoes, and she's doing a great job too.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, give us some updates on any important games or any important times. I know you have a Chicago game coming up that you said was outdoors. So just give us some update on that and everything.
Yeah, we're really excited for that. It's also my hometown, so I have a lot of
Right.
family and friends that are coming. But just it's what you want to do when you're a hockey player is to play outside, playing outdoors, playing on the ponds. It's just it's how you grew up playing, and it's just a ton of fun. So we're really looking forward to that. And also Robert Morris is a big rival for us, and they're always a really tough team. So we want to take it to them.
Oh, that sounds
Great.
great.
What day is that?
We'll be in Chicago on February 7th and February 8th. The outdoor game is going to be February 8th, sometime in the morning, I believe.
10 or 11.
Yep. Yeah, and then the weekend after that, we play on the 15th against Colorado University or
State.
State, Colorado State. So yeah, those are our games coming up, and then after that, we head to playoffs and hopefully make a name for
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah, that sounds like some
We
great
hope
stuff.
the same for you, definitely.
Yeah.
It's so great to meet you guys and talk about all your teamwork and everything, and it seems like such a special team and how you guys kind of perform out on the ice. It's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for being on.
Well, thank you for joining us today, and remember GVTV will be at that game against Colorado State on February 15th, so keep an eye out on Channel 10 for that. I'm Marie Catallo.
And I'm Megan Dooley, and thanks for watching GV Club Sports Now.